The Images tab allows you to store pictures of this vehicle or unit. Let's recall our demonstration unit. We have loaded pictures of this unit into a folder by the name of the stock number. As you click each thumbnail, the preview pane appears on the right-hand side. By storing the pictures with the DMS vehicle inventory, you now have the ability to display these pictures for your customers either through a slideshow, email these pictures to a customer, and as you start to display these units on the internet by clicking the Display on Internet checkbox, these pictures will also be transported up to these lead generation sites. Adding pictures to a stock number is quite easy. Just open up a file folder in your main directory. In this case, we have a C drive, and we have a Sys2 demo folder, and inside the Sys2 demo folder, which is our working folder, is a folder called Vehicles. When you go into the Vehicles folder, you'll see other folders that are named with the stock number. For example, we're using stock number 2000. If we click on the 2000 and open it up, you'll see those pictures. So each time that you want to take a picture or a photo of the unit, just take that from the camera and drop it into the Vehicles folder that is named for that stock number. In this case here again, it's 2000. Add as many pictures as you like to this folder. The more the better, but remember that on most internet sites they limit you to about 10 or 15 pictures. In this case, the first 10 pictures that you store will be the ones that are uploaded. The Internet tab allows you to override the information that's going to be displayed on the internet. A good example is you may have a coding system that you describe your units. In this case, we have MH for motorhome. But when it gets to the internet, we may not want MH displayed up there, so we'll come in here on the vehicle type override, which is known as the Internet class, and change that to a Class A gas or Class A diesel, depending on what the type of the unit is. This allows you to continue with your standard nomenclature of your units inside your dealership. But as these units are uploaded to the internet because they've been checked as display on internet, you can then display them in a standard format that most dealerships use on the internet. If your internet site has a display as a feature unit, you can check these boxes. And these will send over tags for each unit so that your website can then pop these up on the main home page. If there is a picture package for this vehicle, and the picture packages are standard brochure pictures that the manufacturer will provide for this unit. The picture package allows you to upload these manufacturer pictures and display them on your website. It's very useful when a new unit comes in and you have not had enough time to go out and get your pictures taken and uploaded to the system. So you can select a picture package which would include all of the standard pictures that the manufacturer produces, along with any brochures or other documentation. Keep in mind that the unit that you have in inventory may have a green outer shell, and the picture pack that the manufacturer supplies may have a brown outer shell. So it is only for reference purposes until you can get your own pictures and information up onto the website. If you want to make bulk changes to your internet feed, you can show an internet grid by clicking the Show Internet Grid button. In that case, all of your vehicles are now displayed in a grid format. If you want to make some changes without having to flip through each one of the units individually, you can do the changes in an Excel spreadsheet format. Like the drop-down list that you see in the header, the drop-downs in the Internet tab can also be edited and set up as defaults or presets. Click the Edit Internet Make and Models, and you can then select which one you want to filter for, click Add New Make and Model, and start to create a drop-down list so that the people inputting the information can select it off the list and maintain consistency without having spelling or typo errors. There are some times that you want to display on the internet with different fonts and bolding and highlighting of your internet sales description. To do that, click the Edit button. A window appears that we can then start to enhance the description. In this case here, we'll type in bold. If I wanted to highlight it, I now can save this, and I have a formatted text description versus a basic plain vanilla text. The Manufacturer Picture tab displays any brochures or manufacturer picture packs that you have selected for this vehicle. The History tab shows every change that was ever made to this screen. For example, we can see on stock number 2000, the admin person changed the additional cost field from a negative $314 to $500 and the date and time. So whenever you come into the vehicle and you see that something has changed and you're wondering who changed it, you just need to go to the History tab and you'll be able to see a complete log of every change that was ever made to the unit. At the bottom of the screen, you have the navigation and command buttons. If I want to add a new unit, I can click the Add button. Once I start editing information, you'll notice that the Add, the Search, and the Exit button have turned to red. That's telling me that the information that's on the screen has not been saved. So I cannot click the Add button or Search or Exit until I hit the Save button. Once I hit Save, those buttons now change from red back to black, so I can then add another unit or search for other units. With this unit on the screen, I can click the Delete button if my security privileges were set to be able to delete. Or if I've had done a search, I'll be able to flip through the next and previous units. Let's talk a little bit about searching. Searching is the ability to filter through your entire file and return results based on your search criteria. I can do that by typing in a stock number. And for quick, easy recall, the computer system automatically inserts whatever I've typed in the beginning stock number into the ending stock number field. If I want to go for a different range, I could just change that, putting in all of my parameters, and then I can hit the View button. A few things that you want to look out for. You have some statuses here that you want to set to say, do you want all the sold vehicles or just the unsold? In most cases, you will be looking for the unsold vehicles, so you would set that sold yes, no to a no. If I don't like the criteria that I have put in, I can hit the Clear button and the screen goes back to a blank and allows me to start over. I have two ways of looking at the units. I can do a view or a list. A view puts it in a format of one unit per page. Notice how I can click the Next button, and I am flipping through each unit one at a time. The Previous button will take me back one unit at a time also. But the other way of displaying my search results is via a List function. I'm going to hit Search. My criteria is still there. And then I'm going to hit the List option. And that brings up all of the vehicles in a grid. Throughout the system, when you're looking at a grid, you'll see the standard grid filter bar at the top. This is very, very useful. I have all of my unsold vehicles listed on my grid. I can come over here and click into the yellow highlighted area, and I can start to type. In this case, FLE, and it drills down on all of the units or starts with the word FLE. I can also sort these by clicking the column heading. I've clicked it, and you can see that it's sorted alphabetically from A to Z. Clicking it one more time, it changes the arrow and now sorts it from Z to A. If I want to shrink a field or expand it, I just need to put my cursor on the column divider. Click and hold, and I can shrink these columns down or expand them out if I want to see more information. To open up a stock number and view it on screen in full, I just need to double click the record selector or highlight it and click the OK button. And it brings me directly to that unit. I can review that unit's information, and then I can click the List button, which takes me back to where I was. And I can move down and open up the next unit. So I can pick and choose my units on the list. With Systems 2000, you can set this recall screen up to match your personal preferences. For example, we'll click the Customize Layout and say that we do not want the color showing up, but maybe we want the mileage. And as you can see on my grid, the color is no longer there, but over here to the right is my mileage. I can even click and hold a column and drag it to another location if I want the mileage further to the left or in a specific spot. Once I am done, I can click Save the Layout, and the computer system will remember that that is my personal layout. And each time that I log in and go into Vehicle Inventory, I will see that layout. But that is on a per user basis. So each user can set the vehicle listing up to their own personal preferences. Another way to search and find a vehicle is by hitting the F9 key, which puts you down into the Search Stock Number field. So that all you have to do is type your stock number and press Enter. It is a high-speed recall. So just hit F9, start typing your stock number, hit Enter, and it retrieves it. Finally, you can jump directly to the Vehicle Inventory Reports. This is just a section in the reporting module, and you'll need to watch the Reports video to understand more about printing reports. Likewise, in the Reports module is a section on window stickers. And as you click the window sticker button, it takes you directly to that section of the Reports module. There are many different window sticker types that we have set up for dealerships. You may want to just click each one of them until you find the one that you prefer. At the same point, if you wanted to print a purchase order to fax into a manufacturer or to keep on file for records, you could click the purchase order for a stock number unit. Since I clicked the window sticker button, it automatically pre-filled in the stock number that I had selected when I printed it. I don't have to continue with that stock number. I could change it right there on the screen and print the window sticker or purchase order for a different stock number.